Welcome to the Ill Blur Matty 365 channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share the channel, Brother Blur from the Midwest. Ooh. Welcome back, Legends community. It is Ill Blur Matty 365, and today I'm back with a new video. And today's new video is actually on something that is really interesting. So you guys have to remember, originally, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy was not always going to be a trilogy. The only reason why it became that way is because Spider-Man 4, that was going to actually have Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, was scrapped. It was going to be very interesting. Black Cat was going to be a villain. Vulture was going to be a villain. I think Mysterio. So the villain lineup was really cool. It's just unfortunate that the movie got scrapped in May of 2011 and would have been the fourth entry to Spider-Man movies during the time when Sony had Spider-Man owned it completely. All right. So now something else has come up when it comes to Spider-Man 4. So the actual co-writer for the Batman, Madison Tomlin, actually brought up a great point of something that we have not seen when it comes to Peter Parker Spider-Man. All right. So with his pitch to Sam Raimi, and I gotta say, this is a really good pitch. He would like to actually see Peter Parker take on being a husband role, but also being a father to a child, and also being a superhero. So him juggling these things when it comes to being a superhero. Because honestly, we've had 3 different Spider-Man actors. None of them actually got married to Mary Jane, all right? The other thing is, too, we have not seen them become a parent, except, all right, except in the Miles Morales animated movie where Peter Parker becomes a parent and has a child. So, honestly, I'm all for this. I'm like, you know what? We have not seen this in a live adoption. And I honestly think, I'm like, we need to see this. We need to see something with Spider-Man that we haven't seen. And that is something of an angle that we had not seen for live adoption movies, him being a parent, but also a husband. So I'm like, you know what? I like his angle. I think his angle is really well thought of. But I think the holdup is not necessarily the director. So let me just explain this. Sam Raimi is definitely interested in returning to direct a Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire. That is the only Spider-Man he would direct a movie with. He's already said that. He's the GOAT when it comes to early Marvel movies, cinematography-wise, as a director. And he's all for it. So it's not necessarily Sam Raimi. So let's get into Tobey Maguire. So Tobey Maguire, he's interested. He said after Spider-Man No Way Home, he would like to return to actually play Spider-Man. So it's not the director, it's not the actor. So what is the real holdup? Well, the real holdup is a couple different things. So the first thing you got to remember, Tom Holland is the new Spider-Man for Sony and Marvel. On top of that, there is a joint venture between Sony and Marvel Studios. All right, so they're sharing this character. The 4th movie, Spider-Man Brand New Day, is coming out in the summer of 2027. And the thing is, I'm like, well, the thing is they got this going on. I honestly think it's more so, is the studio interested in wanting to bring Tobey back for a Spider-Man movie, a 4th one at that. I honestly think this is something they should have did. It should have just established Spider-Man's and having a Spider-Man universe versus the whole villain angle universe. I'm like, But only time will tell if this eventually happens, if we see Tobey suit back up as Spider-Man for a 4th movie that is actually going to be directed, hopefully, by Sam Raimi. Because like I said before, they've already talked about Spider-Man 4 but this is an ongoing thing, and I think a lot of fans want to see this, right? Because he's the OG actor. He was the first one to actually live up to the hype as Spider-Man when it comes to the live adoption movies. But it is the hardest working blood on YouTube, guys. You tell me in the comments, would you like to see Tobey Maguire return for a fourth Spider-Man movie? It's the hardest working blood on YouTube, guys. Thank you so much for commenting and engaging with me, liking because you like the videos, sharing them because I get out on the YouTube algorithm, and also subscribing so I can grow my community. It is the hardest working blood on YouTube, guys, and I'm out. Thanks for watching the channel. The blur from the middle of the map, it'll blur Matic 365.